everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video, I'm using this foundation right here, which I picked up actually at TJ Maxx. I picked it up for $19.99 at TJ Maxx. I'm not sure if that will focus enough on the tag to let you see that, but I paid $19.99 at TJ Maxx for this. This is the Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation. I did get it in the shade 1 and 2 Vanilla. It actually says Vanilla. That's what it looks like. Anyway, I picked this up at TJ Maxx here recently, and I think that this might be in the process of being discontinued because I'm looking at the Laura Mercier website and it only has 3 shades listed on their website. They have those 3 shades right there. Hopefully it will show. It's just 3 deeper shades, and obviously this is not a deeper shade. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use this. If you were interested in it at the end of this video, I would recommend checking out TJ Maxx and Marshall's, or possibly staying on top of Hotlook, however you pronounce it, because they do every once in a while have Laura Mercier on that site as well. But like I said, I picked this up at TJ Maxx. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping that I don't entirely fall in love with it though, because if I can't get it again, I'll be kind of upset. But anyway, this description for this product says, its light as air foundation includes unique light reflecting pigments that capture your skin in its best light, giving it a soft, luminous glow day or night. Our blend of microfine radiant pearl mica helps even skin tone and softens the appearance of lines, wrinkles, pores, and other imperfections. Stay True color blends into skin to flatter your natural complexion without masking it. It provides a refreshing double boost of hydration with both immediate and long-lasting moisturizers. Its sheer to medium buildable coverage, soft luminous finish, ideal for all skin types, formulation. And then there's a bunch of fragrance-free, non-comedogenic, dermatologist-tested, talc-free, that sort of thing. So, anyway, it is $48 on the Laura Mercier website. I paid $19.99 for it. And I saw more than just this shade at TJ Maxx. In fact, I saw mostly deeper shades, to be honest with you. And then I did see this. Actually, it was in the line to leave the store. That I saw this, and I opened it up and there was no like makeup on the pump, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a try today. Before starting the camera, I did spray my face with my Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist, and I also put on my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, because those are the 2 things that I normally do every time I do a foundation review. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki on the right side of my face and my Beauty Blender on the left side of my face, just so that we get a little bit of a difference to see, you know, which application method works best with this foundation. And like I said, hopefully I don't completely fall in love with it, because if I can't get it again, I'll kind of be upset. But let's hope it's good too. I'm a little concerned because it is like a moisturizing foundation, and it is summer, or just about summer, and I'm a little worried because I do get very much more oily in the summer. So we'll see how this works for me as we get into the hot months here, and it being a luminous glow. Let's just hope it doesn't look too oily. So that blended in way easier than I thought, even though it said it's just kind of like a light foundation that does work with your natural skin tone. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and blend this in, try to get a little bit more coverage. Alright, so with the brush, I'm not getting the fullest coverage possible. Not that I like full coverage. I actually prefer like a sheer to medium. And that's kind of what I'm getting. And I will say this, it says that it's a neutral undertone, but it does seem to be more yellow than I would have expected for a neutral undertone. I did not use everything that I put out here. I'm going to need more, I'm sure. But I'm going to go ahead in with my Beauty Blender and see what I think of it with the Beauty Blender, because I'm still getting a lot of my natural redness coming through on my right cheek, and I would like a little bit more coverage than that. This is definitely a shallow pump though. I'm putting out, like, I think I've done like 9 or 10 pumps so far, but not a lot comes out every time I pump it, so All right, so this is definitely Luminous, which is, it's nice. My biggest problem is having a lot of difficulty trying to get it to build up on my nose, on my cheeks. I think on my forehead it looks good. I think even on my chin, even though I have that blemish there that I'm trying to cover, I'm going to have to use concealer on that because that is not covering very good my blemish here on my chin. But... and I'm having a difficult time getting it to stick to my nose as well. So I might need to go in with some concealer on my nose just because that is not wanting to stick to my nose. But if you don't need a lot of coverage, I think it's pretty. It does not, I will repeat, does not have a lot of color to it though. So if you're looking for a full coverage or even like a medium to full, like a stronger medium coverage, this is not the foundation for you. And I am concerned that I'm going to look oily by the end of the day. I'm very concerned about that because I'm looking pretty luminous right now, which is pretty, like I said, but it's going to be like 80 degrees here today. It's going to be warm. Although I should be spending most of the day inside. I don't know. We'll see. All right. The time now is 10:33. We're going to go ahead and call 10:30 the check-in time because it's only going to take me a couple of minutes to get the rest of my face makeup on. So we're going to call 10:30 the check-in time. Yeah. I am going to powder this. I powder pretty much every foundation though, just because given my skin issues with oiliness and so forth, I am definitely going to be powder this. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my face makeup on and I will be back in just a second. All right, y'all, I am back. It is 10:53, so it took me about 20 minutes to do my makeup, but again, my face makeup was on pretty quickly. So we're going to call 10:30 the check-in time. So I'll be checking in at 2:30 and then again at 6:30 this evening. I do wear my foundations for 8 hours, if you guys were wondering, if this is your first time watching me. So let's go ahead and talk about the other things on my face. I did use my Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camo Concealer on my under eyes. I put a little bit on my nose and then on my blemish just to get a little bit more coverage. I did spray my face down with MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to talk about that in just 1 second because I have something to talk about there. I did powder my face with my powders that I use every time. It is my Physicians Formula Mineral Face Powder in Translucent and my Mineral Correcting Powder in Translucent. Those are the powders I use every time I do a foundation review. Again, I know how those powders work for me. All right, in my brows, I have 2 products. I have this little guy here from LA Girl. It is their Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Blonde. And then I also have the Almay Brow Styler in Light Brown. And on my eyes, I have the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and then I'm using this palette here from e.l.f. It's the Opposites Attract palette. This is like only the second or third time I'm using it, and I'm really enjoying it. I have Fresh all over the lid, Cheeky in my crease and on my under eye. I have Low Key, which looks white in the pan, but it's actually a really soft pink shade. And then I have Warm just a little bit in my outer corner of my eye. I didn't put anything in my inner corner. I probably could have put Low Key in my inner corner as well, but I didn't. All right, and then, but I'm really enjoying that actually. I'm really impressed. I might actually have to go pick up another one of those from that e.l.f. line. I have my Benefit Roller Lash on my lashes. On my lips, I have my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. So that is everything. I wanted to mention that, well, let me zoom you in and then we can talk. Okay, so I don't think that this camera is going to pick it up, but there are like little dots on my forehead. I'm going to insert some footage right here that I used my vlog camera to take a video of, but right here. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. I'm hoping this camera will pick it up. Do you see the little dot right there? And then there's a couple of dots like over here near my brow line. It just looks like the setting spray like took away the foundation. It's really weird. Okay, so I think that my vlog camera is able to pick it up better than this camera is just because of the distance, but there are like little spots on my forehead that when I sprayed my face down with my setting spray, it just took the foundation up. It's really weird. It's really weird. Now those are bigger spots. I actually tried to use the last little bit of my MAC Fix Plus lavender scent, this small little bottle. It's just, that spritzed out some rather large droplets because it's pretty much empty. So I'm not quite sure why, but it's like there I have one dot here, a dot here, and then like a little spot above my eyebrow right here that it literally just took the foundation up. I'm not noticing that anywhere else on my skin, just on those couple of spots on my forehead. But let's talk about the rest of this foundation. I think it looks pretty good on most of my skin. It is starting to crackle a little bit on my chin, which is pretty standard for me. I think it looks pretty good on my cheeks. You know, definitely in some of my lines here, my lines on my forehead, it is starting to settle in and sink in into those spaces, but I don't know. On my upper lip, I'm not really loving it either. Oh, I forgot to tell you the bronzer blush highlighter that I'm using. Take Home the Bronze by The Balm. The Tarte 12-Hour Amazonian Clay in Party. And then my highlighter is this one from Persona. It's the Candleglow highlighter in Zuma is the highlighter I'm using. I can't believe I forgot to tell you that. Anyway, I'm not happy with the way it's looking on my upper lip, but I think on my cheeks, it's looking actually really nice. I think on my forehead, it's looking pretty good as well. Now, this is only a half an hour in. I will be interested to see how it looks as the day progresses. I'm not real happy with the way it's looking on my chin. And some of that might be because I was trying to build it up there to cover that blemish, and I might just have put a little bit too much on, and that's why it's doing that. But it's definitely looking textured. But that is my chin. My chin is textured. It just is. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead, go about my morning. I will check in with you guys at 2:30 and then again at 6:30, and we will talk about how this is looking as the day progresses. My eye keeps getting drawn to that one spot on my forehead that I just lifted the foundation up. So I'm not real happy about that, but we'll keep an eye on it as the rest of the day goes on. Anyway, I will see you in just a moment. All right, y'all, it is midday check-in time. It is, can you see my watch? 10 till 3. I think you can see that. So I'm a little bit late, but not horribly. I was just looking in the rearview mirror of my car, and I'm not super happy with this. So I'm going to show it to you close up, and we can talk about specifically what I'm having issues with. So. So I just asked John, he's sitting in the seat right beside me, what his thoughts are. He said I'm looking lit up is how he said it. So I'm definitely dewy. So yeah, I'm definitely looking very dewy. I know that's one of the concerns that I had when I first put this on a couple of hours ago. But I'm gonna just try to get in the sun here. It's very warm outside, so I don't want to get too far out, and it's windy too, so. But back in the shade here. My biggest issue right now, number one, it did darken a little bit, so it is a little bit orange. I feel like it's almost like wearing off of my chin a little bit, but like it is not looking good on my chin at all. Like, I just feel like it looks really bad on my chin. I think it looks okay on my nose, except for that my nose is looking very oily right now. And it looks, I know I've said this for several of the recent foundations that I've been trying, it looks like it's sitting on top of my skin. And that's probably my biggest complaint about it, is that it looks like it's sitting on top of my skin rather than blending into my skin. Now, I'm very concerned that it's gonna rub off my nose because of my nose is looking so oily. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the shade difference. It definitely darkened up, or at least it's looking darker in natural lighting than it was in the studio lighting. So, I don't know. I'm just not liking how it's looking on every single pore. It's really, really in there. And, I mean, from far away, I don't think it looks bad. In fact, I think it looks kind of nice, actually, from far away. But as the closer you get to my skin, the more you're starting to see all of the imperfections that I have. So that's where we're at midway through the day. I will check in again with you guys at 6:30. I have a feeling that I will not want to keep this on longer than 8 hours. I'm starting to get some itchiness along my chin here, and it's starting to feel very heavy and very oily. So I did wear my sunglasses. You can see it did just literally come right off my nose where I had sunglasses. So, and these are ones that don't sit tight on my nose. So there's that. All right, I will see you guys in another 3.5 to 4 hours. All right, everybody, I am back. The time now is, I'm just a couple minutes early. It is 6:26, so just a couple minutes early, and that's okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this foundation, shall we? I'm ready to get it off, to be honest with you. We are about to leave the house again. We were already out earlier today. We're about to leave the house again, and I honestly want to take my makeup off before I leave the house. I know there's some people who won't leave the house without makeup. I personally just want to take this off. So I look shiny. It's not horrible, but I look shiny. And it's not my favorite way to look. I will say this, though. My chin actually looks better now that my natural oils have come in. It's not as cracked, and I think resting it looks better. But in here, around my nose and above my mouth, around my mouth, my pores look huge, like absolutely huge. And I think that's just because it's so shiny at this point. I think the pores on my forehead even look huge. Not my favorite look. So yeah, you can see I kind of like itched my nose, and it's starting to just rub off entirely. It said on the website that this was good for all skin types. I just am having a hard time believing that because it's not doing real good on mine. So I'm gonna do the wipe test on my nose and see how badly it wipes off. And it pretty much entirely wiped off. I don't know if the camera will focus on my finger there, but yeah. Yeah. So there you go. My first impression, not a fantastic one for the Laura Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation. Of course, I mean, if you're wearing this for a short period of time, it might be okay. Or if you don't have oily skin, it might be just fine. But given that it's summer and my skin gets much oilier in the summer, it is just not working fantastically for me. So I would have to say, for me, if you have oily skin, I would say go ahead and take a pass on this. Don't go to TJ Maxx and try to find it. Yeah. But they're not selling it anymore, so I don't know if maybe they just haven't had very good reviews for this foundation, or if everybody is, of course, sort of having problems like I have had. You know, the spots on my forehead, the setting spray just literally took it off. So anyhow, that is my first impression of the Laura Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button. It really helps me out more than you know. And if you have any comments, leave us in the comment section down below as well. Have you tried the Laura Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation? And if you did, what did you think about it? Did it work well for you? Did it not work well for you? If it didn't work well, did you have similar problems that I had? Or, you know, is this, I think it's being discontinued. That's got to be my guess, given that it's really no longer on their website. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!